Hey there, all you strong, powerful mamas who follow my page for um, information about pregnancy and birth. I just wanted to get on here today and just do a very informal face-to-face introduction so you know a little bit more about me. So I'm Sabrina Bias. I am the midwife, owner, operator of Mother's Embrace Birth Services. I'm located in central Missouri, just outside of the Columbia, Missouri area. And I do home birth, complete pregnancy care, well woman care, newborn care, and obviously thorough postpartum care for all of my home birth mamas. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about why I do what I do. And the reason I do what I do is because I'm a mother just like you guys. I have carried and birthed many children, and through my experiences as a mom, I realized there's two vastly different models of care. There is the allopathic or Western medicine or traditional medicine model of care, which the majority of women today participate in. And that's, going to the OB and seeing a physician for your pregnancy. You go to the hospital for your birth. And then there is the midwifery model of care, which is what I offer. And that is I, as your midwife, am your sole provider. During your pregnancy, I come to you for all of your prenatal care in your home, and I come to your home when it's time to welcome your baby, and then I do all your postpartum care in your home. And so a little bit about what led me to choose midwifery care for myself as a mom. I had 4 hospital births with my first 4 children. My first child was a completely unnecessary C-section. And I didn't know at the time, but later on when I learned and educated myself and became more informed and aware of the birth process, I realized that a major operation was completely unnecessary. But I went on and had a very successful VBAC 4.5 years later with a baby that was 2 pounds bigger than my first. And so as I was pregnant with my 4th child, I met women who had home births, and I was very intrigued by their experiences and how vastly different they were from my own. And I thought, I'm healthy, and I've carried healthy babies. I've had four babies, and I've had really no complications other than my C-section that, again, looking back, was unnecessary. But I'm a great candidate. Why can't I not do this? What was appealing to me about home birth was many things, but I'll just name off a few. The fact that I could eat and drink during labor, the fact that I could move around at my own will and not be strapped down. That was something that I had already known helped me to manage the intensity of the labor itself. And I really just wanted to listen to my own body. When I was laboring and birthing my 2nd, 3rd, and 4th child in the hospital, I had this innate gut feeling of what I needed to do. And I was really deterred from listening to my own body because it didn't go along with hospital procedures. And if I moved around too much, the baby would come off the monitors, and that just wasn't okay. And so the ability to move around during labor was very appealing to me. And I never was able to rest in the hospital. So I was also very excited about being able to sleep in my own bed after the delivery. And so those were my reasons why I chose home birth for myself. And after it was all said and done, I, looking back on it, realized, wait a minute, I got so much more out of my pregnancy care, the attendants that cared for me during my birth, and the type of postpartum care I got was night and day, absolutely opposite from what I had experienced the first 4 times in the hospital. With my 5th child, we hired a home birth team, a doctor, and she had midwives assist her. And the reason was because home birth was illegal in my state at that time. And so if you didn't have a doctor present, you could go to jail for attending women. So I was very blessed that I had a doctor come to attend me. And so, for my 5th, 6th, and 7th pregnancies and births, I had this team of doctors and midwives that cared for me, my husband, my family. And, once you experience midwifery care and you have experienced the traditional doctor route for pregnancy and birth, you can't even compare the two. They're so different. So the biggest thing for me is I felt respected from my team of midwives. I felt that they actually cared about me because it was more about a relationship. And I felt very empowered. I felt as if I was actually an active decision maker in the way I was cared for. And it ultimately just comes down to respect. So I felt respected as far as a woman who was carrying a child. And, deep down, we women know what ourselves and our babies need. And the traditional medical model does not allow for mom's input really very much. And so after I had my first out-of-hospital birth, I knew right then and there that one day I would be a midwife. And, here we are 15 years later, and I am a midwife. And I just want all of my followers on this page to know that I'm here, that I'm happily willing to serve all the women in my area. I serve an area of about 70 miles outside of my home base of Columbia, Missouri. And what I offer is exactly what I love to receive as a woman who is pregnant and birthing, and that's respect. You deserve respect. You deserve compassionate care. And I've been there and I've been through it and I understand those needs. And so, respect is so important to me as far as giving women the proper type of care that they need. And my second motivating factor is babies deserve to be born gently. Things are so harsh in this world. Why can't we welcome babies in a gentle way? Just let nature take its course. And as a midwife, I'm here to observe and make sure that you and your baby are doing well through the entire process. But I'm here to help you welcome your baby gently, without a lot of interventions, without rough hands on your little one. It's just really important to me that babies are welcomed into this world in a very gentle way. They nurse better, moms heal better, you bond better with your baby when, they're welcomed gently into this world. And so, anyway, those are my 2 driving factors: respect and the fact that babies deserve to be born gently into this world. If you have had a home birth, I would love for you to share in the comments below this video what was your motivating factor. And then if you've already delivered at home, compare that to what was your motivating factor, and then what was the thing that you appreciated the most about your experience. And if you've never had a home birth, but you're curious as to what it is, how it works. If you have questions or concerns, I would love to answer those. You're welcome to post those in comments below. I love to do hour-long consultations with brand new families who may be planning a pregnancy or are pregnant.